So I went to the Marlies game on Thursday, and Rico was packed! Why don't people go to these games? Why don't people go to the Marlies? It's the only playoff hockey in Toronto. Tickets can be as low as $12. Tickets on the glass for $40? Are you kidding me? Now, I can understand how people don't go to the Marlies, and I think it's because they don't really know about them. I used to be one of those people. A few years ago, I went to my first Marlies game. And you know what? I wasn't really impressed. I was sitting in front of a bunch of 10-year-old kids. Kids who were probably there for some birthday party or something. And Rico was empty, and I was sitting, midway up, and the energy just wasn't there. But I went back this year, and things have changed. You can see people who have been on the Leafs at one point or another in the past couple of years. Filareskovich, Jeremy Williams, Yuri Talusti, Tim Stapleton, and many more. You can see people who have a good chance of making the Leafs in future years. John Mitchell was a Marley last year. It's exciting hockey, it's good hockey, and it's cheap. If you have a chance, go and see them. It's great hockey. It was really fun, and you can get seats on the glass for $40. Are you kidding me? So anyway, on to the game. Had a great time. When you're right on the glass, you're really right in the game. I was sitting right by the face-off circle on the Marlies end, and as far as I am from you, that's how far Filareskovich was from me. He was no more than 5 feet away from me. The Marlies had a great game for the first 2 periods. It was really close. It was fast action. The Marlies were hitting, checking, even getting into a couple of scrums, and doing all the things right. They outplayed the Moose for the first 2 periods. If you looked at the shots, they were vastly outnumbering the Moose, even though the Marlies took a lot of bad penalties in the second period. But Schneider, the Moose goalie, was a wall. He stopped almost everything that came his way, and he really kept them in it. If it was someone else in net, Marlies would have won that game. In the third period, we're going into it tied 2-2. The series tied at 2-2. What happens, but Marlies get in the box again. They take stupid penalties, and eventually it costs them. Pogge lets in a goal that maybe he should have had, but after that he gets no help from his defense, and the Moose just keep racking up the points, lighting the lamp. And I wanted to say something to the ruthless Marlies fans at the game at Rico. People were saying, "Whoa, Pogge, time to retire, and you're awful, and you suck, and go and die." And it's just like, what? I have defended Pogge a lot of the time, and you know what? Some of those goals were hard to defend. He did let in a few softies. But come on, this guy's still young. He's only 22, and he's trying his best. And I mean, do you think that run with the Leafs helped his confidence any? Get off Pogge's back, okay? He didn't say he was going to come in here and turn heads. The fans of Toronto put that expectation on him, and now that he's not the next Felix, we're all jumping all over him. Lay off Pogge, okay? He's done nothing wrong. He's tried his hardest, and he might not be the best goalie out there, but I mean, hey, he's still young. Give him time to develop, and he could turn into a good goalie. So, in the end, Marlies' penalties end up costing them again, and the Moose go up in the series 3-2, heading back to Manitoba. And the Marlies have to win 2 straight to make it to the second round. Now, during the second intermission, I went up and I saw Chansler for his Meet Me in the Playoffs promotion. And he did an interview with me. If you want to see it, link is in the description. Basically, he asked me, what do you think of how the game's going so far? Is it enough for the Marlies to win? And I was saying, you know what? Marlies doing a lot of things right. If they keep doing it, I'm confident we can put pucks in the net. And in the third period, they didn't come out with the same intensity as they had in the first 2 periods, and they took the penalties combined to make them lose that game. I want to defend my star pick. At the end of the interview, Chansler asked me, who do you think is the first star of the game? And I thought about it for a couple seconds, and I said, Justin Pogge, because he's been really good for the first two periods, and he was. He may have fallen apart in the third period, but in the first two, we were on the penalty kill for half of the second period. He was essential in keeping us in it, and if it hadn't been for Pogge, the game could have been over much earlier. So, at the end of the interview, Chansler gave me another bobblehead of Doug Gilmour. There he is. Killer himself. Dougie. You know, with these combined with the other two I got, Yuri Tolusti and Joe Nieuwendyk, I'm amassing quite a collection.
I'm coming for you, Dangle.
So if you have the chance, if the Marlies make the next round, go see them. It's always fun. Also, if you can't make it out to the games, you can see them on TV. If you have Rogers digital cable like I do, they are on Channel 10. If you have satellite, sorry, can't help you, but they're on somewhere. Go check out Leafs Fan and Big D. He has some places where you can stream it online or listen to it online. So, let's go Marlies!